Hey, family and friends. Hope this message finds you well. Well, here we are near the tail end of 2024. The year has certainly gone by a lot quicker than I would have anticipated, and yet here we are. It's been a busy year for sure, as you have probably followed the news. You know, we had a couple hurricanes pass through here in the Pinellas County area of sunny Florida, and then of course we just got through, of course, the political hurricane with the recent election. So things have definitely been upbeat, but throughout it all, the Lord has been very gracious and faithful through it. Um, just as means of way, just catching up a little bit on what has been going on in my life. With this year, I did celebrate, the 5 year anniversary of my current employer, Sunshine Health. That was back in March of this year, so been going strong there, and so it's been very faithful and good to me with the company, and so we'll see where the next couple years go with them. Also, when it comes to like ministry activities, I'm about to celebrate 6 years of serving children's ministry at Calvary Chapel Fellowship. I don't even know where the time went with the 6 years already. It's just crazy, but I've been having a lot of fun, helping take the lead and when it comes to the teaching materials there and organizing craft activities. So it's been a lot of fun working with the kids there and just serving in that capacity, since especially children's church is the ministry where I got saved back at Countryside Christian Center during the Pastor John Lloyd days, back in, well, I guess that'd be the in mid 1990s. So how time has gone by there. And then recently, I'm about to approach my year-and-a-half mark, serving with the young adult ministry over at Central Christian Church, under the leadership of Noah Schmidt. So that's been a new addition to work-wise, but that's been a lot of fun as well. And actually, you kind of find that even with working with young adults in children's church, there's a lot of actually similar crossovers, because a lot of people in the young adults are new to the faith. So there's teaching the foundational truths, whether to the elementary kids or to high school graduates. There's still that need in both groups. So it's been a lot of fun, and I've been very fortunate in that regard. And so just for those, just for a little context on how I even got involved with the young adult ministry. We have Noah Schmidt and myself have a mutual friend in Stephen Joseph, and so I had visited Noah's group about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more, when Stefan was down visiting to do just be a guest speaker and everything. So I'm like, well, if you're in the area, sure, I'll come check you out and see what you're doing. And so I was able to visit a couple times that way. And so at one point, I guess it would have been June of last year, Stefan reached out and we were chatting about my current opportunities, just my schedule and whatever. And he suggested reaching out to Noah and seeing what might be there as a possibility to help out ministry wise. So did reach out, and it was a very quick connection and friendship blossomed from there. And I've really myself been blessed by the ministry, and then just had the opportunity to pour into the men of that group in particular. So not only being able to work alongside Noah, but also even be able to lead my own Core 52 group, where there's 4 other guys that I help weekly walk through biblical principles. So there's a book called Core 52 that helps kind of give structure to it. But get to be able to be plugged in with them. And then, of course, I'm trying to bring my board game passion into the group as well. So hopefully, as we conclude this year and go into 2025, I'll be able to introduce many of the games that I've appreciated over the years, that are oldie but goodies to me, but are from the group's perspective brand new to them. So we'll see how that goes going forward. But with that said, I wanted to lay before you the opportunity that the Lord has recently made available to me, and that is Noah has a very strong heart to wanting to see the young adults really take their faith seriously, to be stretched and strengthened in what God has called us to, and especially when it comes to obedience to His commands, and really reaching out to those who need to hear the gospel. And so an opportunity has been presented to go on a missions trip to Antigua, Guatemala, through an existing relationship that Central Christian has with a church down there called Iglesia del Camino, or IDC for short. So they're going to be going down the week of March 15th to the 22nd of next year, which is the spring break week down here in Florida. And we're looking to take a group about 15 to 20 of the young adults down there. In many cases, for them, this will be their first time ever outside the country, to see what missions is like, and serving alongside those, in a country that is not as well well off as we are here in the United States, especially. Now, for myself, of course, this would actually be my third missions trip opportunity to come alongside the group with. I've been to Honduras in 2008 with Countryside Christian Center, and then I also went to Ecuador in 2013. So it'll be a little over 10 years since my last trip. But I definitely feel led of the Lord to go ahead and partner with the group and help Noah lead this next mission effort down there in Guatemala. So the church is the church that we're partnering with, Iglesia del Camino, is based out of Antigua, Guatemala. And the goal will be to not only work within the city of Antigua, but to also go to the outskirts of that city, to where the people are, of course, are in greater need, physically and with materially and stuff like that. So the goal is to do, not only like service related projects, but to partner with the church in evangelism efforts, helping with the church services, VBS kind of related activities with the kids, which that children's church experience and background will hopefully be able to play a factor there. But just really be able to get out there and to minister to needs and to help partner with the church's existing efforts to reach those in that community. And so with this opportunity, we're going to see how we can best be a blessing to that church, to that community, and the church, the Central as a whole has been very active going down there with the adult ministries as well. So the young adults now have their first opportunity to make some waves down there in that area. So of course, with with this project, we also, one thing that's real interesting that we opportunity-wise we have the potential to do is these water filter installations. And for those people who are lacking clean water. Now, of all the different things we have the opportunity to do, this is the one that kind of has my greatest interest towards as a way to help meet a physical need, but also address a spiritual need. And that is because as we're installing the water filter, the goal is to talk about the gospel message in conjunction with that service project, in essence. And the message, in essence, being, as we take the opportunity intentionally to offer up the dirty water of our lives to Christ, or the water filter, you come through the other side of that filter, cleansed, purified, and can be a blessing to not only to ourselves, but a blessing to others as a result, that we come with changed lives because of our encounter with Christ, and then being able to be a source of refreshment and healing to those, not only to ourselves, but to others that we have the opportunity to minister and pour into as a result. So it's an easy, simple application, but a really good one in that regard. And so I really look forward to seeing how we can take advantage of the opportunity and really be a blessing both physically and spiritually in that regard. So hopefully get to engage with children, teenagers, and adults, and however this will all work out as a result. Now, of course, with any type of missions trip, of course, there's looking to raise funds to help make this trip possible. The total cost of this trip is going to be $1,875. $1,200 of that will be, of course, the flight down there, which will be getting those flights booked around the beginning of January of the new year. And then the remaining $675 will be focused, towards lodging and food and, other ancillary expenses that just come with travel in general. So with that, I will have posted below this video in the description links to the church, so you can see the Spanish church down there, and also the my Give Send Go account or profile I'll have set up to help fundraise towards this effort. So definitely just want to lay that out, the opportunity if the Lord places upon your heart to want to partner in this effort and sending me out there. I definitely, any financial support you're able to contribute would definitely be more than grateful for. I just wanted to let you know where I'm going with that, and where I'm going, and just the opportunity there if you would like to do so. So with that, I also want to just mention as well, the most important thing I can really ask for, over and above, of course, finances, is your prayer. Without prayer, little to nothing of lasting value will be accomplished with this trip at the end of the day. And so I really do covet and ask for your prayers. As James 5:16 will talk about, the righteous prayer, the earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. And so I definitely know, I'm reaching out to you guys. I know you, all of you really are prayer warriors. Definitely have an intimate relationship with the Lord. And so I just definitely would ask for you to, in the lead up to this trip, during the trip, and that you would just really be able to cover not only myself, but the team as a whole, as we especially we're trying to lead, again, 15 to 20 kids out there on this trip. And so some of the prayer things I would ask you to intercede on our behalf for, especially as we get closer to March, would be, that all the financial needs for the trip would be accomplished, would be covered. That each of the team members is able to raise the funds necessary to make this trip a success, and that everyone's able to be a part of it. We'll be definitely doing several different fundraiser activities. We actually have, like, in November we'll be doing like a car wash. December we'll be doing like a out on the lawn type of movie outing, outdoor activity. We'll even do, like, during Valentine's week of February next year, a parents' night out. So that'll go well since Valentine's falls on a Friday. But we'll definitely be taking efforts to try to help as a group to raise money to help cover people's expenses. But anything raised above and beyond what I'm even initially asking for will help help the rest of the members of the team. And also throw out there too that if for any reason I'm not able to go on this trip for one reason or another, all the monies that are being raised will still go to support the team and the mission effort as a result. So again, none of this money, as you would imagine, will be used for personal use whatsoever. This is all intended for ministry, to be blessing the church down there and the team as a whole to get out there and to serve the Lord in this capacity. So definitely would ask for your prayer financially to get those needs met and to be able to overcome that initial, hurdle in that regard. From there, Lord, I would just pray I would ask for your prayer about us being an encouragement to the church down there, Iglesia del Camino, and however we can be an encouragement and a way to help bolster them in their work and efforts out there. Pray for divine appointments as we have the opportunity to be down there, and who we maybe speak with. Help us to be alert and attentive. And those people we cross paths with, and the Holy Spirit would prompt us to speak with and engage with. We are supposed to have translators down there. Now, you would imagine, as someone who comes from, my mom's side of the family being native Spanish speakers from Puerto Rico, that I should be able to handle myself on my own. But of course, I don't use the language enough as I should, and hopefully my training back from middle school and a little bit of high school come back to the surface. I will make some efforts to freshen up my Spanish skills in preparation for this trip. I want to make sure I can kind of understand what's going on as a result. So, no, I'll need the Lord's help there. But yeah, I'll bring back to remembrance my skill and training with Spanish as a result. So that should be fun. But yeah, pray for divine appointments. Pray that the Holy Spirit would bring to our remembrance the truths and scriptural truths, especially, that we should be sharing, giving us boldness to speak and to not hesitate in speaking the truth with grace and love, but just being clear about it as a result. Pray that lives would be changed, not only for the people we have the opportunity to speak with, but even with the young adults on the trip, especially, and giving a real proper perspective on life, on our circumstances, our situations, just see things from a heaven's perspective, keeping an eternal perspective, not only on that initial return, but in the long run, in the months and years ahead for each of these young adults' lives. Pray especially for our physical well-being and our spiritual well-being, our protection while we're out there. As we look to make waves against the kingdom of darkness with all this, that you keep us safe, and that we stay healthy and fit for the task ahead. I know for myself, especially the last 2 mission trips I've been on, I tend to get some level of food poisoning, Montezuma's revenge or what have you. So praying that hopefully the third time's a charm and I don't get sick this time. And also just be able to help give wisdom to us on how to apply what we've learned and take away from this trip as a result, once we get back after being down there for a week, and just being a blessing and doing whatever the Lord might lead us to put our hands to do, and to do the work to the best of our ability. So I just definitely would ask you to just lift us up with those prayer requests as a result. So definitely can't wait to see what 2025 has in store, especially this trip, what God will teach me and the team really as a result altogether. I'll definitely make it a point to follow up with you as we get closer, just to remind to ask you for these prayer requests, but also upon my return, just to give you a follow-up to see what we did or didn't accomplish, or hopefully we'll accomplish a lot, but we'll let you know what we did do, and kind of my takeaways from this, my third mission trip as a result. So again, I thank you for your partnership, whether be it prayer-wise, financially, but just thank you for the opportunity and the privilege that we can carry God's word into the world through personal involvement. So hope you have a wonderful day, and talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.